came with a infraval MI, and down this there is no flow. This is a circumflex vessel. So what we normally the stents have a they don't have a net. They have a stainless steel cobalt chromium platform or a rubber platform. But this is not a craft something like that. It is porous. There is a like space in between the helicals. But in M guard there is a net around the stent. So it won't allow the thrombus to go inside the region of the vessel. This you see this M guard we deployed, and there is a excellent free flow. So this is a new device. When we do primary angioplasty, even after thrombosuction, there are a lot of thrombus bodies there. And if you put stent, then this thrombus can embolize down, and then we can get a slow flow or like no flow phenomenon. And even though we are getting a epicardial vessel which is flowing, but because of the myocardial, the clogging of the vessels with small microthrombi and everything, the flow is very slow, and the patient doesn't get the same result. But these devices like M guard, they have a net around the stent. They don't allow the thrombus to go in the vessel, and the chances of distal embolization is far less. So this is a new device which is there in the market. We have deployed these devices in our Medica in a couple of cases, and we have got very good results. Decision making, 3 minutes. This patient had an interval MI, and you see this is the IUBP pump. This patient had a BP of 80/60 when he came to us, and you see the right coronary, this is the right coronary artery which has a 90% occlusion, and this was the LAD. This is a flowing vessel. So this gentleman was referred from ESI hospital to us with a BP of 80/60 and interval MI of 3 days. With LAD you see the flowing. He had a very large interval MI, and still the LAD was flowing, and the RCA had a critical occlusion in proximal right coronary artery. So what we should have done? When I presented this case in National International Council, there was a lot of hue and cry, but we stood by our decision, and the patient was all right. You see, on echo, we saw that LAD territory is totally akinetic, scarred, thinned out, and there was no hope of any viability. So we went ahead with a RCA angioplasty. You see, this is the RCA and angioplasty of it. And this patient, because the LAD was flowing, although there was disease, but it was a hit and run. The LAD was occluded, the LAD territory was totally akinetic, then the artery was flowing, but there was no viability in the LAD territory. We did the RCA angioplasty, patient survived and went home. So this is what you have to take decision in ultimate moments when the patient come in cardiac shock, VSD, severe sort of complications, and you face with these sort of LAD RCAs. So you need to decide. So the decision making is one of the important factors which we are growing with our experience, and we are deciding. This patient had a infraval MI which is showing this vessel is occluded, and when we extended this vessel, patient. This was like a patient who came with infraval MI, which just diffused the disease vessel with infraval MI. After thrombosuction, we had to put a stent in between the disease segments, so entire LAD was diseased. So these are all decision making in interval MI or like primary angioplasty, when you decide on table what to do, what not to do. And finally, a brief word about radial route. You see, this gentleman has totally occluded this circumflex vessel. Patient came in with infraval MI, and you see infraval MI, we are very fond of, very frequently we get heart blocks, like Hughes-Kluwen, AV block, something like that. Then we tend to go for a femoral so that we can do TPI whenever it's necessary. But nowadays with radial route it is very easy to tackle, because radial we prepare with less chances of any bleeding complications, hematoma, and still we can use femoral only when we need a temporary, not usual. So this you see with radial route the primary angioplasty is feasible, and in our center in Medica we do 100% radial angioplasty even in heart attack. So this was just this was the only message I wanted to give. Primary angioplasty is changing. It is not the same primary angioplasty which you used to see or do 10 years back. We have a lot of new things. We have a lot of new gadgets. If patient comes to us, even even if in cardiovascular shock with DSD or something like that, we can save these patients. So primary angioplasty is now more frequent and the protocols have become more stringent. Prasugrel and triple antiplatelet used in appropriate candidates give much better results. Although Pragueglor has also been added, more and more use of radial route is involved. We are a center where we use 100% radial route. Newer devices to tackle thrombus like M-Guard is there, which increases chances of better result and getting more economical. This is the last message I want to give. Just a brief story. A patient was admitted in a hospital near airport, and he had an interval MI, and the son of the patient was a was a rickshaw puller, and then somehow I used to sit in his rickshaw, go to my home, and then finally he called me up, sir, এরকম হয়ে গেছে, হার্ট অ্যাটাক হয়ে গেছে আমার বাবা, এই ভর্তি আছে আপনি দেখে নিন। Come on, I can't go there. না আপনাকে দেখতেই হবে। Then I went to see the patient 3 hours. Within 3 hours the patient was admitted there with interval MI. I told him, I just thought, if the patient is being thrombolized, okay, and if he stays in ICU, the cost will be around 30,000-40,000, and in next general ward again 30,000-40,000. So 80,000 he will be spending, even if the patient is getting thrombolysis or medical management. I told him just to take a risk, arrange 60-65,000 of rupees, take the patient to Medica. And he somehow got ready. We transferred the patient. I did angioplasty. I put a bare metal stent. Fortunately, the vessel size was very large. It was a 4mm LED. I put a 4mm bare metal stent. I just removed my doctor's fees. The patient went home within 65,000 rupees, and he is now still doing well. So it is just a mind block that angioplasty is more expensive or something like that. It is eventually cheaper if you see the entire outcome and what the patient is spending. Thank you very much. I think this was the message I wanted to give. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dilip Kumar. Now I request Dr. Sudeshna Sen, please, to